Welcome back. You're watching Morning Live. It's 24 minutes to 7 o'clock on this Friday morning. The Department of Social Development in Gauteng this morning will officially open a centre for rehabilitation of drugs and alcohol abuse. The Substance Abuse Treatment Centre is situated at the Hani Baragwanath Hospital in Soweto. It's the first government initiative of its kind. Now, the facility will cater for people over 18 years of age who are addicted to drugs and alcohol. The MEC of the Gauteng Department of Social Development, Faith Mazibuko, joins us now. A very good morning to you, MEC, and welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you very much, and good morning to the viewers at home and to you, Veli.
Okay, so it's the very first one of its kind that government is rolling out. Why choose Soweto?
You'll recall that when the President visited El Dorado Park in 2013, there was an outcry of quite a lot of young people who are addicted to drugs and not having any facilities that can actually assist them. So this is as a result of that we've decided around Soweto, and so that place will also cater young people in El Dorado Park especially, because quite a lot of them have undergone various rehabilitations, but they seem not to be getting through. They keep on relapsing. So if we put such an institution in a hospital, there will also be follow-ups, including checking all the necessities that have got to do with making properly that a young person or a person who has been on drugs is totally and clearly detoxified, and as a result, that person is ready and willing to be integrated back to the community.
There's undoubtedly a need. We have seen far too many mothers come to the media. We have seen far too many families destroyed by the scourge of drugs and alcohol abuse. What's going to be the capacity of the facility?
As a start, we'll be rolling out almost 40 beds, but we're building up to 260 bed capacity, and we hope that quite a lot of young people will take advantage of this, or any other person who wants to be rehabilitated will take advantage of this and come through, because if we put it at Baragwanath Hospital, it will actually assist us to also have all the plethora of other treatments that are available through the various channels of government, including the Department of Health.
Tell us, what are some of the specific services that are going to be offered by the facility?
There'll be detoxification, quite a lot of programs that ensure that even there are life skills in that young person, and the psychosocial support will be there, and parents will also be playing a role, because we don't want only rehabilitation without also including the parents to be involved in making sure that a person is thoroughly rehabilitated, and other psychologists and psychiatrists that will be coming through in assisting such people to actually go through such treatment.
Traditionally, when we hear about these types of facilities, these drug rehabilitation facilities, these alcohol abuse rehabilitation facilities, they usually come at a very, very high price.
They are expensive. That's why as government we're subsidizing it. We're actually offering it free of charge to those that want to come through and really say we are ready and willing to be clean people and really no longer relapse and go back to such abuses of taking substances that are wrong within our systems, and them being ready to be better people within our communities.
This centre is treating the result of drug abuse. I mean, what is the department doing in order to stop abuse and stop the use of drugs and alcohol to begin with, so that maybe there isn't such a dire need for a facility like this?
In fact, we do have quite a lot of programs, including the programs of I'm Addicted to Life, where we discourage young people on taking drugs. Our various communities do have local drug action committees, which I'm sure they are working very effectively in ensuring that they do awareness campaigns. They even discourage quite a lot of young people from taking drugs, and communities and parents also being involved and available in assisting and talking to young people and making them aware that to be addicted to drugs is not cool, but you as a person, you need to be clean and live a better life for you to also be a better person in our communities.
One would argue that those campaigns are just not working.
They are working here and there, because even in schools, once we've started these programs through our Kimoja campaign, quite a lot of young people, they'll even assist us to pinpoint drug lords and those that are addicted who don't know what to do, because the way these drug lords are now so dangerous, they even approach young children as young as 7 years, 8 years old in our very own schools, and which is one of the things that we're working with together with the MEC of Education to say even things that are sold in schools, they must be careful. Some of them are actually laced in some of these drugs, and they get these young people to be addicted to them. And as a result, as they grow older, they then demand more. It starts in little, but end up in real serious drugs that young people will actually take, besides your nyaupe and your cocaine part, get in serious, very heavy stuff of drugs that you find young people being addicted to.
Can I just ask, why has it taken so long for a facility like this? In
fact, let me say we never saw it as a priority. We thought it's one of those things that are happening within our communities. But after the outcry in El Dorado Park, that's where we saw the real ravages of drug abuse, young girls being addicted to it, sitting in lolly lounges, young children being addicted to it, and even rehabilitation centers being expensive and not being affordable to some of those parents. And as a result, we felt as government, let's intervene and actually open such a facility so that those that can't afford to go to such expensive rehabilitation centers can have access to such a facility that is being offered by government. So theirs is to take advantage of that facility and come through and be assisted.
And it opens today?
It opens today, and we hope the response will be good, because people really need these services in our communities. And soon we'll also be rolling in other areas, including in Tshwane, Ekurhuleni, and in the West Rand, where they will be accessible. And after that, also have halfway houses, because once a person comes out of a rehabilitation center, that person also needs to be assisted to really understand that this is my situation now. Now I need to be clean. I need to be better.
All right, there's so much that we can speak about, but this certainly is filling a dire need in Gauteng, and we hope that it'll be rolling out across the country. Thank you very much, MEC. That's the MEC from the Gauteng Department of Social Development, Faith Mazibuko. Now, for those of you who think that our drug problem is simply local, let's have a look at this Sunday's SABC's special assignment package, which explores two kinds of drug courier: the ones who know what they are doing, and the others that are just bait.
The recent executions of 8 convicted drug smugglers, 2 of them Australian citizens belonging to the infamous Bali 9, has again thrown the spotlight on the transnational drug trade. The cases of Andrew Chan and Myron Sukumaran have caused a diplomatic fallout between Australia and Jakarta.
I think right now millions of Australians are feeling sick in their guts at the prospect of execution for these 2. I've been saying again and again that this is contrary to Indonesia's national interest, and it's contrary to Indonesia's best values.
But the temporary stay of execution for one of the convicted drug smugglers in Bali, 30-year-old Mary Jane Veloso from the Philippines, suggests a growing recognition that some of the drug couriers should not be classified as perpetrators of drug smuggling, but rather victims of human trafficking.
What we are finding is that victims of human trafficking are not just confined to sex slavery. They're not just confined to forced labor, but they are now being used for purposes of trafficking drugs.
We do recognize that it does happen, that there is definitely a link.
There are similar cases of South Africans being entrapped, like Nolo Babalo Babsino Banda. An equally shocking but lesser-known story is that of Thando Pendu. At the time of their arrests in Thailand for drug smuggling, both were 23 years old, and both face much of their adult lives behind bars, far from their loved